Alrighty, so get some music going here. Today we're going to be building some titles. Let's get the pop-out chat. And we'll close that. And here's the chat. Alright, so pop-out titles it is today. Was working on one here for a little bit. And I said, you know what? I should probably start streaming. So just making the layouts of the titles, and then later I'll go in and like turn them into macros, and then into like bundles, so then they can be edited on the edit page. But for now, I'm just doing the like laying them out. So I'm just going to so let's lay this out a little bit differently. Let's have this over here as well, and we will bump that up to here. And maybe the same size. So what is this size? Let's just knock this down. Or no. We'll go up. So depending on the font you're using, you're going to kind of have to edit that manually. Let's turn off all of the animations that I had. And then, yeah, animations on this as well. Okay, for now we won't even look at that. All right. So let's, whoops, do that in. Okay, follower. And we'll delay this by 1. And a lot of these menus are weird to see because now they have the left and right, where before, like, all of these drop downs, it's just a different way of presenting the information now. Okay, so in here, we're going to first have it go from not being on, and then some frames, and then it's on. And actually, we're going to reset that and add an animation curve. And we'll have this over duration and custom. And we will make this 01. This 0.05 to 1. Okay. That is that portion of it. Now we need to add in some movement here. So let's go in and add a path in here quick. We're going to start the path. Whoa. Way over here, and then we'll come in and we'll zero out that path. And now that we did that, here is our displace. So we'll go in and change the animation curve on that displace. I'm starting to get lost in here. Displace path 1, that's where we want to be. Duration and custom curve. We'll change this to 001. And have it at 0, and then change this to like 1, and have it do the full animation. That actually is probably going to be too slow because we're working off of that other. So let's do 0.5. I'm not making sense right now instead of talking. Okay, so now there we are. It's coming in. Now we just need to do that for this one and have it come in the other way as well. Oh, to see the tools, like that. Okay, so now that that one's in, I have to do the same for the other side. It's just kind of a pain. And the biggest thing that we just have to remember is that we use this 0.5. So we'll do that for this one as well. But I don't think I'm going to start with the lead. I think I'm going to start with the last. So we'll come over and we'll add in a follower here as well. And we'll do this as a 1. And we want this to be order right to left, I believe. And I just want to go in and make sure this one's left to right. Where is it? There we are, follower. Left to right. Okay, and then this one's going to be the opposite way. So doing the same exact thing into shading, we'll come into here, modify animation curve. And so that's going to be follower 2, opacity, turn that to duration and custom. And we'll go in here for this keyframe and do 0, 0. I think I just did it at 1. And then here, 0, 5 and 1. And we'll add easy onto there. So that's the same thing. And then we'll come down to position. And we'll add in the path quick. Shit, I don't know what this path was for Minimax. Let's go in real quick. So I have this like bizarre number. I'll just use it. I don't care. Okay, so come over here and we'll do the same thing with this, the offset. And we'll come in a bit. Where is it? And we'll put it as 0. And now we come up to the displace for that particular path that we just created. And now we add the animation curve onto that path. So we have that displace, that's the one that we're going to be doing. And we go into custom. I'm going to offset this by a couple. And then 0.5, I believe it was. And do that. So now, oh, I have the path the wrong way. Fusion and nodes in general are far for me. I want to using them. Yeah, it just takes just a little bit of time to wrap your head around it, but I don't think it's difficult at all. Can I? Hold on a second, I'm just going to redo this because I'm confused now. So what was that number? Okay, can I just put a negative in there? And then just come in, go back to 0. And now that displays here. We'll add that in, custom, 0, 1, and we'll add another keyframe in, 0, 5, I believe that I was doing that at. I'll have to look quick. That doesn't look right. I think I had 1, 2, and zeros. And we'll ease that. And so now if we take a look at this, there we are. Good morning. You often learn from my Fusion videos. I appreciate that. Hopefully, I know I'm not really teaching here. I'm just kind of, I was building these, so I thought, hey, I'll just start streaming. So I'm not going to be super informative outside of just my workflow while I'm working on this. I'm going to try to talk as much as I can, explaining exactly what I'm doing. But thanks for hanging out with me. Okay, so there's the first last name. So now what do I want to do with the job title? That is for sure. The more you use it, the easier it gets. Just wrapping your head around it. And I know that because I'm using so many modifiers within modifiers, it gets super confusing, especially if you don't really understand modifiers that well. But if you have any specific questions, I'll try to help out as much as I can. So let's take the job title, and we'll make the job title a little bit bigger. Let's try the default. So that's going to be too big. So let's just do it 6. That'll be fine. And we're going to bring it over and go over here. Actually, might bring this back down. Make it a bit smaller. Okay, and then that's just going to be a simple. We'll just reset this and bring this box in. And we'll go full height on the box. And we'll do 2.5 here and make this 0.5. So we have the box here. And so the idea here is that we'll just move this, and then that's how that particular one will come in. Okay, so reset that and bring this in a little bit. So one of the big things that I like to do with my titles is to let the end user control these layout controls on their own, but then use the shading offsets to do all of the animation. So, because depending on what fonts you use and the size, sometimes you have to reposition things. And I don't want to build a whole animation off of the layout controls, because then you can just type it in and then position it, and you still keep all of the animations. So I just use the offsets on the shading. And for this one, one sec. I think I'm gonna do is make this. I don't really know. Maybe this will work. Okay, so anyways, I think I'm just gonna do like company and also have this in here and just use that mask for company. And why don't I see it? There we are. We'll just go up the same size as this one for now. I discovered the path with now through the entire training book by themselves up on Fusion, and then so I personally don't have the curriculum on my website yet for the stuff that's in the Fusion book. If you are looking to become certified in Fusion, that's more compositing. On this channel, I try to do more stuff based off of like motion graphics. And they're both like kind of, they use the same tool sets, but they're like completely different disciplines. So a lot of these titles are going to look kind of not all that interesting, and it's mainly just because of the fonts. But I've been making titles and stuff for so long that there are a bunch of things that you quickly learn, and one of them being is when you use custom fonts, it throws a lot of errors. And over the course of, since I've been making titles and providing them on my site, I've quickly learned that some people don't install the fonts even if you give them links and they're free fonts, so then they get errors and then they just email you about errors. So instead of doing that, I just leave the default system font and then they can change it, and then in the like the promo video and stuff like that, I'll use like nicer fonts. So animations, have those two animations in, great. Now I want to add animations on for both of these. So we will go in and in the offset, we'll draw a path quick. Biggest thing here. What? How many characters can this be until we have issues? Okay, that's quite a bit. Yeah, that's a large enough company that we won't have to deal with that. Okay, so now that we've done that, we need to add in an animation curve for this. Switching this over to custom, we will put this 001, make another point in here, and we'll do like 151, and add some easing on in there. It's coming in a little too late, so we'll change that to like 12. That'll work. And we'll do the same for the job title. I think we did like -11 or something like that. Oh, maybe just 11. Oh, thanks for letting me know. I thought it would cover some of the motion graphics too. Yeah, so there isn't, you're going to get, because there's so many tools in Fusion, you're going to get in that course, you're going to get a little bit of everything. You're going to learn how to use the particle system, how you're going to learn how to use the 3D system. I don't even think they talk about shapes in there, because there's like a whole set of shape tools. It's been a little bit, a couple of months since I looked at the curriculum, but I don't think they even talk about the shapes, which is all of the vector stuff in there. And there's like a couple of new things that were added into 18 that I still haven't even made any content for yet. But if you take a look at the mini courses, like if you go to my website and take a look at the mini courses stuff, I have some stuff that's specifically just going over motion graphics and how to build them for like the edit page if you're making motion graphics for other people. Or for yourself, but you just want it to be simpler. Okay, so we'll go in and add an animation curve, duration, and I forget what I had this as. 12. So we'll do like 13. Okay. Maybe a little bit more of an offset. Okay. That's looking okay. Next. As much as I don't like having this whole like little offset thing, I think that it's probably going to be how the majority of these are going to be made. I'm thinking though. Whoa, this one. Okay, so that's okay, so we're just going to copy this and we're going to paste this as an instance and then have that go in. And then we're going to come over into shading and we're going to de-instance this and we're going to switch this over to a box. So that should just be a box. And we're going to de-instance the level and turn that to a line. And I think that should be good, because now I can turn this off. And now it should move out of there and show up based off of the size of that box. Why does that look so bad? Why is that the only portion of the animation I'm seeing? Is it because this is like too much? Why would that be doing that? No, we're gonna put this, oh gosh. Okay, so we're gonna leave that there, but I think maybe, I don't really know why. I think maybe, oh, now I understand why. Okay, so we have to come over here and we have to de-instance this, right? Because we want this to just stay as static and not have our mask move, but then we want just the characters to move inside that mask. Yeah. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Okay, so next, let's let's have this go back to like 5. How many characters do we need before we start seeing it? Might need to be more than that. So maybe back to the 10? Yeah, we'll just try it. And then have it go into 0. Okay, great. And change that to animation curve. Change this to 0, 1, and then we're going to put in here, I forget what I was doing this as, like 1, 4 maybe? Animation on, okay. Obviously that is way too big, but we'll just... Oh wait, that should be connected. Okay, that's looking good. Did this one come in at 16? Good, it did. Good morning, good morning. Music is too loud. It's distracting and making me wonder why. Well, I want something to listen to. I can turn it down a little bit. I'm confused in this live stream. What? So I'm just live streaming right now. I think that there'll be like the recording will be live or like on the channel, that you could watch at a later time if you wanted to. But I'm just building some stuff, and I thought that I would just stream while I was doing it. So. Okay, so I think that should be fine. Maybe don't even need this, or like the maybe don't need that. I don't know. Maybe bring it back. I don't know. Whoa. What is all that nonsense? How do you bring something back and there has that much? What is all of this kind of chaos? Why is that there? And why is this here? why is it zooming so much? Oh, that's interesting. So we'll just reset that and act like that didn't just happen. That's definitely a bug. Thanks for going live. Great content. I'm trying to learn more Fusion, so it's useful to me. I appreciate that. What kind of stuff are you seeking to do in Fusion, if you don't mind me asking? All right. Well, I don't know how I screwed up this whole animation, so what I'm gonna do is just, oh no, I'm just going. See, I don't like that. So what's going on right now is when I copy and pasted the one, it like made all of its own parameters. It seemed like so. Let's see if I save this. Okay, so this was fine. Oh, it was when I did an undo. That's what it was. Okay, so we're just going to leave the little bump that I made from the other one. Compositing. All right. Well, my channel doesn't have a ton of compositing. I just find that kind of content is very difficult on YouTube. But yeah. Many moons ago, I did a bunch of compositing stuff, and it wasn't received all that well. I don't think people really understand how much work compositing actually is. Okay, so let's go to the next one. So for this one, I don't know where that 3D just came out of. So what can I do here? Here's an interesting question. If I add, let's say I add in a follower modifier, right? Can I? Ooh, I can. I think. Let's try it. So my curiosity is if I add in, wait a second, do I have to turn it on over here? Okay. Wait a second. What? Enable? I'm so confused. What is this? So I never really explored. So if I come into here, is this going to change? Okay, so it looks like only some of the tools work. Oh, wait a second. I think I understand this now. Yes, I do. Okay. I see. Okay, that's kind of cool. All right, so what I'm thinking that I can do here is if I have my main title, oh, this is going to be confusing. Let's just start from scratch. So I have my main title, and let's make it big. Not huge, but that size. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna go into shading and we're going to add, we're gonna go into element 2 and we're gonna make this the same color. Okay, so now it's almost like I don't see it. Okay, and then if I go into the text and I add on a follower, and we go 1 frame left or right between each character, go into shading, then we start. All right, I'm just gonna use keyframes for now, and then we'll do the animation curves later. Okay, so I start, let's say a couple of frames, and I turn on, and then I come in a bit, and we come back over to here, we keyframe, and we come in, and then we turn on. Okay. That would kind of work, I guess. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. All right, so let's go into this thickness and make this thinner. I think that would work. Yeah, I think I like that. All right, so I missed a couple of things here. I apologize for that. Active text is super useful, so I appreciate this type of process too. Dynamic text, I mean. Thanks for the content, great inspiration. You guys are welcome. I'm happy that some people jumped in. This is the kind of stuff that I just sit here at whatever it is, 5:30 in the morning, and I'm just working, talking to myself and watching news. So streaming is probably the better option because I can connect with some people and show some people some stuff that might get them inspired to go and do some stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that After Effects does really well in the motion graphics world, but we can get a lot of things achieved in Fusion for sure. There's some things that Fusion will do better than After Effects, and there's some things that After Effects will do better than Fusion. And there's the big thing with Fusion is that there is a lot of uncharted areas that you can still explore with Fusion, where the possibilities are there, but no one has really shown them off. All right, so I'm liking this idea as like as a reveal. I think that that is a pretty cool reveal, and with it all being in the follower, everything will automatically get updated. So that's good. So I'm happy with how that looks. I go in and change something. Obviously, it's all added on there. We can switch up the font to whatever. And then we have that cool look. Okay, I'm happy with this so far. I'm just going to replace this with the other firsts that we had. All right, so let me just delete that. And we'll come into here, we'll copy this, and we'll add this in. And we'll connect that up. Oh, you're having a coffee too? I am as well. Although I forget when it was. There was sometime last year, towards the end of last year, when I got this like coffee that has like whiskey flavoring or something like that. And I ran out of coffee today, so now I'm drinking that, and I'm like, it's not bad. Obviously, it's not like real whiskey, but it's not bad, but it's just a different flavor. So that's what I'm currently sipping on. Okay, so I need to change. Obviously, I have keyframes. We don't want, if you guys are making anything for the edit page, you don't want keyframes, because keyframes are, unlike in After Effects, where they are time code based, in Fusion they are frame based. So I can have this great animation at 30 frames per second, or 24. This project's 24, but I could have a great animation at 24 frames per second. But then if someone takes that title and puts it in at 60 frames per second, because it's all frame based, their animation's going to go super fast and it's not going to look good. So that's why the animation curves are on everything, and that's why I always add them in instead of keyframes. Okay, so that would be the first little area. So now I need to think about how I want to add the others, but I'm gonna do the animation curves here quick. Okay, so all that it was. Oh wait, I think I also want to add in a movement. So it's opacity on both of the elements. Yeah, opacity on both of the elements. Okay, so let's just bring this back, and then we go into animation curve, open up our first animation curve, go into duration custom, and I like to offset this when I can, and we'll set this to like 1 and make that 1 with some easing on the top keyframe there. So now, there we have that, right? Actually, let's turn off the other one, just so we can make sure we can see what the heck we're doing here. Okay. So there is the first one. I actually think that I might want to make that a little shorter, because you have to remember that this isn't for the whole animation. This is a per character animation. So I could bring this back a little bit, because if they end up having a longer word, it's going to take too long. So we'll just make it half. Okay. So once we have that done, now let's go into, oh shoot. We actually want to change this for the element 1. We want to change this. We want to delay this a little bit. So let's have this go at like 0.05 and start at 0, and then have this go to 1. And we'll add on easing, take this bottom one and make that a linear frame. Okay, because the second element we want first, which is that outline. So we'll come over to the second element, and then in the opacity, we're going to add on our modifier on here, duration custom, and we will take this to 0.05, I believe it was. Let's take a look. There we are. So now we clean that up, and we do not have any keyframes. And if we do a longer word in here, okay, that looks good. Actually, we'll just do full name. I do that a lot with, I watch Twitch from time to time while I'm working, and I'm so used to watching YouTube videos that when I see an ad play on Twitch, I go, like I move my mouse over to hit the skip button, but you can't skip ads on Twitch. Okay, so that is the first portion of this, but I also think I want to add on some type of an animation. But I don't know what I want to add in as the animation yet. So let's go play around a little bit. And so I'm thinking if I take the transform the line and we change maybe the spacing, so make it big, go to small. I don't know. Let's see how it looks. It might look bad. Let's do like 0.8. Oh, 0.8 to like 0.1. Okay, that did absolutely nothing. Wait, what? Letters? Wait. Characters? Oh, I see. Characters. 0.8. 0.1. Okay, that looks horrible. Let's come back and maybe this 1.1. What was that? Why'd it go in and then out? Thoughts? I'm curious what you guys think of that style of an animation. I don't know. I'm kind of don't know if I like that. Alright, so where the heck was I? I was down here. I think I'm going to just move all of the characters individually. The only issue with that is because these are two elements. Because these are two elements, I'm gonna have to do them individually. So without this, I'm thinking without that. Yeah, I'm not really liking that. Let's see what you guys are saying. Well, that's really nice of you. Fairway Media. Do you make golf content? That's what I think of when I hear Fairway. So maybe just leave that like that? I don't know. Okay, so if I do that, we still need to add on the job title. So we'll add on job title for now. We'll remove that. What am I looking at here? Oh, I see. Boom. Okay. So don't really know what we're going to do. Maybe have this over here. Okay, we definitely don't want that animation. What was that? We'll be removing that animation. Disc golf. Disc golf has really picked up over the years, huh? Disc golf. Have you, do you make like paths? So like, I don't know if you make like content for it or, but do you know how to make like the paths? So like if you track the disc and making like a path follow behind it, that would be kind of cool. I actually had to do that for a project a little while ago. And I ended up actually using a particle system. I did it in Fusion. I don't know if you use After Effects or Fusion primarily, or just After Effects just for that, but it's possible in Fusion as well. Okay, so if I put the job title over there, now I want to kind of add an animation in for this also. Depending on what you do, you're saying that you have to learn motion graphics to incorporate into your reel. Depending on what you actually do, you might be able to just get away with some motion graphics, just buy some pre-made stuff if you primarily do just editing. If you don't have to. All right, so this particular job title, let's also do a follower. And in the follower, we're going to have shading. And we're going to come down to position. And we're going to change two things here. So one is going to be the opacity. So we'll change the opacity. that might be in too far. Zero, and then have this go to 1, 3, 1. All right, so. All right, and then we can also. If I do character spacing, are we just going from the middle? Whoa, we are. Okay. Yeah, I don't like that. So instead of that, can I have, wait, how would this work? Oh wait, it's not doing a per character thing there. Oh wait, maybe it's too big. That's not a per character thing. Interesting. And I'm in the follower. Very, very interesting. I want to do this full time, but I'm learning the business side. Do you want to do specifically disc golf full time, or like production stuff, or post production, I guess I should say, since you're watching this content? Wait, what are you waiting? I'm confused. What did I stop doing, or what are you waiting to? Who stopped posting? I'm confused there. Custom sound bed design. Oh, events. I didn't know that there were like specifically events. I thought that because I have like a bunch of disc golf locations around like where I'm at. I didn't know that there were. I mean, it makes sense. If there's anything that's popular, there's going to be events. Every community has events. I don't know why I didn't think of that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so. If I'm not sure how. Okay, so if I was to, let's create a path for this. Right, we create our path, and we'll come over and we'll add in an animation curve for this particular path. Okay, well the path's going the wrong way. So we'll just cheat the system and make this go 1. Maybe we won't cheat the system, we'll just redo it. I'm in the wrong thing. It's like, why isn't this working? Why am I not seeing this? Am I doing something wrong here? Let's see here. If I take position, path, position, here we are. Because this, I would then want the animation to go the other way. Like I would want... Maybe that would work. I don't know. Now I'm getting confused. I don't like how that looks either. Okay, anyways, we will just jump ship on that idea. Okay, so then we have the company. So we can get rid of the instance. And we put this into here. Then we have the company. I don't really know what's going on in here, but we'll bring this up and we will center this. Maybe put it on the bottom. So we can then do a company, and we can make that a little smaller and maybe make this a little wider. Okay, so I'm just going to do something super simple for this. And that is going to be that I am just going to copy this and make an instance of it, kind of like what we were doing before. We'll go over into, wait. Before we do that, what is this modifier doing? Okay, we don't want that modifier on here. Okay, so now we don't have any animations. And we're going to copy this, paste this as an instance, bring our instance in, and we're going to de-instance here, make this wider, de-instance here, turn this into a line. There we are. Okay. And we can actually de-instance both of these, and I'm just going to make them slightly bigger. What if I just make this like 0.1 and 0.1? Okay. So then we will go into the shading and de-instance this. And then now we have that as a path. And let's just look at what we're working with here. And then we will go into, not expression. Reset that, and we'll go into, wait. Why am I not able to make this into a path? What did I do? Hold on a second. What just happened that I can't turn that into? Oh, yes. I need to make my path first. I see. So we will have this go down. Let's do like 2 minus 2. And then my path, go to 0 over here. Animation curve. There we go. Okay. So what is our stuff on here? So that's 0.5. What about my animations in here? 1, 3. So let's just have this one start at like 0.05 to 0. Whoa. I said 0. And then go to 151. Okay. And don't need last because we have full name. And then we can easily just scoot that down, and all of our animations are preserved. Okay. We don't need any of this stuff. And there is that. Yeah, I would have to see the newest Linus Tech Tips intro. Can't recall it off the top of my head, and I know that they've changed it over the years. I do apologize for that. Smash the like button. I am a failing YouTuber when it comes to telling people to do those things. Unfortunately. Okay. So I think this one is probably like a good starting point for the next one. Talk about what projects I'm working on. Well, right now I'm working on a pack of titles that I'm doing for the website. I have some stuff specifically for like YouTube and whatnot. I have a couple of ideas that I want to show how to make typical motion graphics. I'm not sure where you are in the world, but I want to show how to make like typical motion graphics that you would see for like a sporting event and stuff like that. And so what I'm planning to do, because obviously when you would get a graphics package like that, those graphics will take, they can take a month to do, and there could be multiple people working on different aspects, or it could be one person. And so it would be very hard for me to show how to build all of those animations and keep it within, a short period of time on YouTube. So what I'm thinking of doing is building them and then breaking the animations up into different areas and giving people a idea of how that was built. So if there were different titles that were going across the screen, giving a brief understanding of how those titles are functioning, how we then add them into the inspector so that they're easy for an editor to work with. And then if there's like a background with different animations, how that would work. And so I'm in the process of building all of that. and then trying to come up with how to show off detailed enough that someone, if they were interested in it, they could recreate it, but not too detailed where I could be, you know, focused on one thing, but there might be something later in the video where someone will just skip off the video instead of actually sticking around. So I don't want to get too in the weeds, but just enough that people that are super interested will, and they have a little bit of an understanding on how to do stuff in Fusion, they'll be able to recreate it. That's why I just made the video this week talking about super basic things with making stuff using nodes. And so I'm hoping that that will at least give you an idea of how to connect nodes, how the image is passed from one node to the next. And so, yeah, we'll see. We'll see where that goes. Yeah. And then I'm also trying to figure out, okay, how much time do I actually want to put into creating this? One of the things I was thinking of is making something that looks super nice and flashy and fancy and whatnot, and showing people how it's built and giving them a good understanding, but then also taking the project files and just pushing them to the subscription on the site. So you get, you know, if you really want it, you can, you know, go to the site and get it, but I'll give you enough information that you would also be able to be inspired to create something yourself. So we'll see where it goes. I'm not really sold on the things that I'm currently working on, and it's kind of like don't want to put too much time into something that some people might not be interested in. So we'll see. I never used animation curves before. Awesome. Yeah, so animation curves was something that was added in 17, and it was to combat making titles, because you should see the code that I used to do before animation curves existed. I used to get the information for the start frame, the end frame, doing the math with that, then using a text node, which then you can come into here and you can get time code, and the time code modifier has this per seconds thing, and then I was taking that particular input and calculating it. It was like way too much work. And so then they ended up adding the animation curve, which makes things a lot easier, because then you don't have to be so concerned with having keyframes on frames themselves. So, do you do one-on-one consulting? I would love your opinion. So I just recently, if you go to the site, I have one-on-one. I just recently added that on there. And so the idea with that is, if you were interested in learning something specific, you can book an hour, 5 hours, whatever it may be, and then I can, before we would actually sit down and do something, I have you send me all of the information of things that you want, and we'll kind of go over the things that are realistic to go over in that period of time. And so we're both prepared, and you know, you have your system all configured and set up, and I understand all of the questions that you have, and then for that portion of time, we're just learning the things that you are most interested in learning. So yeah, I would go to the website, and there's more information on there. Right at the top, there's like a one-on-one thing. Yeah, it's animation curves made it really added a lot in. I'm thinking of also doing a video showcasing good use of animation curves. Well, I have to kind of tiptoe around this. I want to showcase people that are using all the tools in Fusion correctly, air quotes, because there's 100 ways to do the same thing. Because I'm getting a lot of people that are reaching out to me that are acquiring different tools from other places on the internet, and they think that Fusion is really bad because they bought like the biggest and baddest computer they could get, and then their performance is not that good. And so they do like the one-on-one thing. They sit down and we talk about it, and then they show me their project that they're working in, and the pre-made stuff that they got from another location, and there was a lot of like things that aren't efficient in those. So reason why I'm saying that is because my my old titles that I still have available if people want them on the site used all of that crazy code to do things, and like there's more efficient ways to do it now, and so I'm trying to, when I can have the time, to go back and fix the ones that people are like reaching out to me. They're saying like, oh, this is, you know, kind of crap, and then I can go back and see if it's realistic that I could fix that. And so yeah, but that's like the stuff that I'm seeing now is kind of like, oh, I definitely need to make a how to, like a mini course. Like on my website I have the mini courses. I need to make a mini course on making stuff in Fusion as efficient as possible, instead of just pushing around a 32 floating point. Like there's a lot of stuff that hasn't been done very good that I've been recently seeing. But anyways, okay, so let's work on this next one because I've just been sitting here talking. So first things, let's clean off that because we don't want we're gonna redo everything here. And so we have first name, last name, and we will do job. Ooh, my eye. Why don't I see this? What are we looking at here? Okay, that's why we don't see it. And we'll remove that. So then we have job. Why is this so offset? Why is there so much of an offset? Here we are. Okay. So let's see here. Boom and boom. So we can add that onto there. So we got a job title and then a company. So we'll remove that for now. And now why don't I see this? Come on. Okay, you know what? We're just going back to the basics. We're just gonna make a new one. 'Cause I don't know what was going on in there. Anyways. Oh, maybe because I wasn't actually viewing the correct node. And I teach Fusion. Okay, so... I hate using the same fonts for everything because things look bad. But it's okay. It's all okay. I promise you, everything is okay. Oh boy. I've been on a 1070 Ti for years, and a few weeks ago I finally got a 30 Ti. Definitely makes Resolve a pleasure comparison. Now it's 3 a.m. Yeah. It's going on 6 here. 0 West Coast. Oh, yeah. Hey, Moto. Should actually start looking at names. Okay, so let me actually put in here like some... Jeez, I hate this font. I hate this font so much. Okay, so if I had all of that set up with like actual information, and then we put like, I don't know. Let's make these the same size. Oh, geez. Okay, I do not like J's in this font. We're going to go to a real font here for a second. So if I had that, and then this in here. See how much better things look when you actually have like a real font in here? The only issue is that I can't actually ship this with this font. Maybe make this a little smaller. Something like that. Yeah. Like, I would probably do it like this and then just use a different element for this. So, like this and then... like, maybe not. Maybe just regular? No. Definitely not anything italic. I could probably get away with something like that. For some reason, these two look different sizes. Even though they should be the same. That might be my issue right there. There we are. Maybe if I had the same font, they look kind of similar. Can you tell I use a lot of a lot of the same fonts, or a lot of the same-ish fonts? And then this is like now way over here. Oh, something like that. So let's actually build out some animations. I'm just going to do the same exact thing because I'm kind of liking that style. Wait a second. Why don't I actually see this? Oh, why were they... Interesting. All right. de-instance that, and come into here, and also de-instance that. And the first one, all right, so in this first one here, go through enough things. Jeez. There. Come back and we will bring this down. Okay. Animation curve. There we are. There we are. Easing, make sure that that one is a linear. Looking great. Has anyone explored using DaVinci Resolve, the beta yet? Curious what everyone else's current experience has been. Oh geez. Gosh, I think I had my first crash. I'm on beta 2. Love the object masks. So with the hopefully this actually saves. I don't know, because it was in the process of calculating this, and I think the autosave happened at the same time. Do we save? Okay, so the big thing with the depth map is you can quickly go into faster, and faster makes it significantly faster. The second thing, if you're doing this on the Fusion page, what you can do is you can go out of the depth map. Hold on, it's gonna pop something up that, hold on. Oh, it didn't. Okay, anyways. You go from, like, you pipe all your stuff into the depth map, and then you go right into a saver, and then you just pick a location, and you export, right? So that you only have to compute the depth map one time, and you bake it, and then you just re-import the that information, that video file, or image sequence. You bring that in, and then you don't have to process it anymore, especially if you end up going over into better. So that's my little tip of the day for if you're exploring using that. Just render that crap out, especially if you're not changing any of your frames and you want to use that information. render it out, then bring it back in so that you don't have to ever process it. You only have to process it the one time, and then the rest of the time it's just an image sequence or videos, depending on how you render it out. Yeah, if you render it out, if you're on the color page, you can still render it out, but it's a completely different workflow. But yeah, that information I would just process one time and then not have to process it again, because yeah, it is a bit for your system to like muscle through consistently. Okay, so where were we? Now we gotta find something to do with the job title thingy. All right, so job title, we got a little instance down here, and is this the same instance that like, oh, look at that, it looks perfect. So I think that all I will do with that is just kind of do a little movie move. Yep, no problem. If you're ever working on anything in Fusion and there's a portion of it that is taking forever to process, I always say just freaking render that crap out and then just re-import it. The other thing you could explore is if you right click on a node, you can go into cache to disk, and that will kind of do the same thing. Either way, you can kind of do. When you do the cache to disk, one of the options that you have is you can lock that portion of the branch, so anything upstream on the flow of whatever that branch is, all those nodes get locked, so you can't change anything without unlocking it. And so what that ends up doing is so that you don't change something and be like, why isn't this updating? Because, oh, a node down further has a cached image that it's using. So you have that as an option as well. Okay. I think I'm just gonna slide in. I think that's all I'm gonna do. But then I'm going to have this over a longer period of time. So we'll come in and then we will go duration. We'll have this at like 0.80 and then like 2.11. Add some more of an animation curve in for an easy. That's looking a bit better. All right, and then if we look at it like this, look at that. Okay, we're going to leave that right there. What haven't you seen before? I'd do something. I forget what this one looks like. Okay. We're just going. Ooh, that's not what I want to do. Just duplicate that. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, there's a lot of things that the DaVinci Resolve version of Fusion doesn't really show that well in the interface, and I feel like there's a couple of things that it should. One of them being, I have a lot of people that ask me about this, is right-clicking in here and being able to turn off high quality, motion blur, and your proxy controls. Like, why is this a menu that no one would ever know about unless you, like, someone told you? you have to right click right here. I don't know. But yeah. In the standalone, there's actually like icons there that show if those things are on or off. But yeah. Okay, so off to the next one. Okay. Seems like I'm saying okay a lot this morning. I think I'm gonna have to close one of my doors out there. The birds are getting crazy loud. So we'll delete all of the instances, right? And let's work on first name. And we will turn off all of our modifiers. And for this one, I think I will come over here. We will have this to the top, and we will go, maybe not all the way. Let's do like halfway, right? And then take the last name, and we will go the opposite way. Can I go in here and reset this? Perfect. We'll go in the last name, and instead of anchoring all the way over, we'll do the same thing, right? All right, but we need to like scoot these apart a little bit. All right, so now that we have that, I think I like what we were doing before with the outline, but we could do something same look, but just slightly different. All right, and I'm gonna have to make sure that I reset all of these fonts because these fonts won't work. So I'm just going to do that now because that'll definitely be something that I forget. All right, so now that I've done that, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, follower 1, but this time we will do completely random, but 1 by 1, completely random. We'll have to see what those would look like. Okay, so we go into shading, and then we're gonna go over to 2. And we're going to do this one first. And duration, All right. And then come back up and we'll go to element 1. And we'll take the opacity in element 1, and we'll do the same exact thing. Can you guys hear the birds? Okay, these need to be way smaller. When it comes to like overall speed. So we'll take this and make this like 0.4. We'll see. And take this one and make this 0.06. Okay, that's way too fast. We need something right in the middle. You know what I just noticed? This says animation curve on follower 2 opacity. This one says animation curve on follower 2 opacity. There needs to be more information in there. Because I don't know which one's which now. I think this one's the first one. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to take this and make this like 0.8. Then grab another one and do like 1.2 and make this like 0.4. Okay, that looks horrible. You know what? We're gonna freehand this for now. I can't tell what the heck I'm doing, to be completely honest with you. Oh gosh, now I can't move this. No. Is there a way to like reset the view in here? It's like not really. Whatever. See how that looks. If I had more characters in here, that look cooler. Maybe not so many of these. Have this go up to like 7 and have this go down. Let's take all of these and make them linears. I said all of them. Okay, so where was that thing that we were looking at before here? One by one. I think I like the one by one thing better. Okay, now I feel like it goes on for too long. Try this again. Where are we at here? 2.6. All right, yeah, that's going to be too far. How far back should we push this? How far back is this one? 1.7? 9. Okay, that is like too abrupt. That might work. Okay, and then we just have to kind of do the same over here. So I'm curious if I just do the outline on the one, but then for this one, we also do the follower and one by one. But instead, we just do opacity and not the outline opacity. Yeah, we're in the right thing. Animation curve. When you edit alone, do you do so over 2 screens? I actually use 3 screens. If you have the studio version, you can use the clean feed. So I will do dual screen and then clean feed. So I use 3 screens. Yeah. And for Fusion, I typically don't work in Fusion looking like this. Typically I will do mid like this, and then you just have to make sure that your options are for vertical, build vertical, and then I will have my Fusion stuff, and all of this will be built vertically, so it'll go up and down. Just it allows you to have like more nodes. It's just a different way of working, to be completely honest with you, and you get a little bit more. And then one of my viewers, I'll have a full size viewer on a different monitor, but when I'm using DaVinci Resolve on screen or streaming, I like to, or in a YouTube video or streaming, I like to set it up how most people use it. So wait a second, what just happened? Where's all my work that I was just working on? Is this it? Wait a second, I am super confused now. Okay. Hold on a second, I think I just found a bug. Reset UI. Interesting. Now it doesn't do it. Whatever. It was like showing me the first comp, even though I was in the 4th, or the whatever comp number I'm in right now. Okay, we're just looking at just this. Alright, so here we are. So we'll bring this in. Like that, bring this one down. And bring this to like 1.21. Then we can turn everything into smooth keys. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in Fusion that it seems like a lot of people don't know about. All right, so next, let's figure out where I'm gonna put my job title, little guy. We'll scoot it in here somewhere. This is the only thing that I like about After Effects a bit more, is that I can use the actually, you know what, I just thought of something that I need to look up, because hold on a second, I have to look this up right now. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to send an email later because I am super curious. So one of the issues that I was going to say is what is nice about After Effects is you can easily get your other title to like line up to your initial title, right? So if I made this one, if I went in here and made this one bigger, it would scoot, this one over a little bit, right? So like I was just about to complain that I don't think that you can do that in Fusion, but I just thought about something. What if I could use the DOD from this particular elements, right? So if I came into here and we looked at show DOD for just this one, we can see like where the edge is. It'd be cool if I could then have this you know, go like that, and then anytime that I would add more characters in here, the DoD is going to get bigger, so then it would just, oops, if I came in here, it would then scoot this over. I don't know if we can do that, though. I don't think you can. But since I just thought about that, I'm like, I need to find that out. So I'm gonna find that out if that's possible. But yeah. So, anyways, where are we at here? I'm gonna take this and make that the same. And let's actually grab, first thing, reset the font, grab this one, put that font in and make this the same. And then in company, we will reset. I'm almost thinking that I'd probably like this down here. Maybe something of that nature. Maybe something like that? I don't know. Oh, I use different desktops for when I have other things. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's how I do when I'm switching. I think most operating systems you can do multiple desktops. So I just have like all of that stuff on a different desktop. What can you guys see? Okay, so you guys can't see when never mind. You can see everything. Okay, so add those in. Oh, there's an animation on that one. So I think that is actually fine. I think I'm just going to use that and take off the instance and remove that. And then the instance and add this and the instance and line. Now why don't I see it? Maybe that's why. There we go. Yeah, I definitely need to get some new system hardware, that's for sure. I just couldn't, I hate it. Well, I still hate that a lot of that market is just scalpers. This was happening to me the other day as well. Like, things aren't going fluidly when I'm editing for a little while in here. It's very bizarre. And I don't know if it's this current version of DaVinci Resolve or what. Because I never had this as an issue before. Here we start at 0.08 and we go to 2.1. Okay, 0.821. 0.821. 0.821. Whoops, wrong way. 0.821. 0.821. And we definitely did that backwards. 0.821. So we're gonna switch that up and just do this again, and we're gonna make this 0.90 and 221. Add a little easing on there, and let's view everything. Okay, we can go a little bit further on those. Actually, I'm going to bring this beginning portion back a little bit. So let's go like 0.5. And this one, I'm going to bring it back to 0.4. Just to add a little bit more of that curve so it comes in a little smoother. Okay. Now, do I want this whole little shifty thing that we've been using? One, it's going over way too far. We'd have to scoot that over a little bit more, so like right there. And we should probably change this to I don't know. Maybe we'll leave it. It's just like the UI. Whenever you change something in here or add something, see it like I move it and I don't know. There were I was reading online that people were saying that there were some weird things in Fusion going on. So I don't really see anything in my hold on a second. I don't think I see anything over here. No, like I'm at 7%. I only have 12 gigs of RAM used, which is nothing, and 3% of my GPU. And I have hardware for streaming, so it's not like the stream itself. I used to stream, you know, off of the computer, but now I have dedicated hardware, so I'm not sure. Okay. Don't know if I like this whole thing I have going here, but I am going to run to the restroom quick, so I'll be right back, and we will continue a little bit more, and I need to get some coffee. But yeah, I'll be right back. Alrighty. Filled up on some coffee. Ready to do this next one here. Where were we? Oh yeah, I guess I have to make another one. I'm just gonna duplicate and off to the next one. Okay, so this one, let's remove everything that we previously had. Then in here, what was that there? Okay, so first, last. Why do those look different? Okay. Go to 5.1 and then this one down to 4.9. All right. Oh. Wait, what? Oh wait. It's like, why does that look so bad? Okay. I really hate that I have to have open sans. You know what? I'm just, for now, I just have to remember to change things. Okay, so first, last. Will this create any issues? I'm hoping no one's name goes all the way off screen because that would cause an issue. I don't think anyone has a name that long. Nah. Okay, so we have first, last. We need to put job title somewhere. Bring this over and let's maybe have that below. And then company. We could maybe we'll have it middle. I've never used underline before. I think I would make my own line before I did that. I think I actually will throw a line in here now I'm thinking about it. Shoe. How would I do this? So if I came into here, I could take the merge center. We're going to go up to company and we're going to pull that center position, and we're going to take this and center that on there now, and then we can scoot it down a little bit. So anytime we move company, the line will move with it. Oh geez. Are we really stuck here? What is my computer doing? I accidentally hit the keyboard shortcut for a different channel in the viewer. Now it's not switching. Thank you. Can we just not look at anything, please? Thank you. Why can't I actually see these? Did something happen? Can I not see drop downs? I can see drop downs. There we are. There we are. Why can't I actually see the drop down though? Interesting. Anyways. I'm not sure what you're referring to there. I apologize for that. All right, so let's scoot this down a little bit. And then I need to add on an animation here. So I will add an animation on to the width, but I need to allow people to still control the width. So we're going to make a control here. So the control we're going to call line width, okay? And this is just going to be a number, and we're going to put it on the controls page, and it's going to be a slider. The slider range is going to be from 0 to 1, and we can only allow 0 to 1. And we can leave it animatable, hit create. Now we have line width. So then the other thing that we're going to create is we're going to make another control called T, and that's just going to be my timer, and that we're going to add the animation on. We'll also put this on the controls page because it doesn't really matter. The user won't see this. We'll throw that on. So then the animation for the T is what's going to get the animation curve. So we'll go into duration. I feel like my music got a little louder. Or that song got louder or something. All right, so from here, we're going to do a custom, and let's do this like 0.05. Oops, so we want this to be a 0. And then we'll make another one that will go like 1 to 1. And we'll add a little bit of an ease onto there. Coming back over into tool. We'll just take this as the size that we want. And then in here, we will take line width times T. So now that will automatically calculate with that, and we still have a control that the end user can change the width to whatever they want, and that's how the animation will work. Okay, so I don't remember what I had in here, like 092 or something, right? I don't know. Yeah, that looks right. All right, so let's actually scoot this over just a little bit, and we will add on additional easing onto there to make that look a little more polished. All right. I guess we can give the line height to them as well. See what this looks like at 100%. We can auto. 2. All right. So as far as animations go, what do we want this to showcase? Just gonna put in some information in here just to make it look a little bit better so I can properly create this. The width, we'll make that a little smaller, and we'll make that kind of fall like that. All right. So we will do full, right? And then we will take the company location, no, the line location. Maybe this was a bad way of doing this. I think this was a bad way of doing this. Yeah, I don't like this way of doing this. So what we'll do is we'll just allow you to manually control this, because I also want to have that information get pulled from here as well. So what we can do is we can grab this into here, and then we'll grab that plus, oh geez, I haven't done this in a while. I think it's like cent, C, or no, point. I think this is how it's done. Does that work without an error? And then if I add something into here, okay, so that's how you do it. Okay, so I want this to be like 0.5, I believe. Where is this box? It's way in another planet. What happened to my viewer? Fit. Okay. Oh, there it is. It was counting as 5 instead of 0.5. Okay, so yeah, this is getting all kind of like sluggish and crap. It's like when it updates or something. I don't know. Like, look, it just. All right, so this is for, actually this has to go for first name. And we will have this on the outside. And then we can do an animation where this would go in. Oh boy. We're going to turn off that second element, and we'll have this go in, right? Because this is going to end up going into that line, which for some reason I don't see now. Why don't I see that line? Oh, there it is. Okay. So the line animation has to be first, and then the text comes out. All right, well, let's back up this animation a little bit. We'll delete that and make this and so that is 173. We'll take that. Thank you very much. And now we have to add an animation path on here, so we'll go just 1 and then have that come over to here. We'll have it go to 0. And here, and then displace, switch this up to animation curve, duration, custom. That's going to be too far into the future. So we'll bring this back, divide by 2. And then we will add in another one, plus 0.05, 1. And we'll add on the animation curve and bring this over. And so now we have our line that shows up. Okay, so that's looking good for that, although somehow this is like offset now. Let's do a follower instead. And we'll go from left to right. Position. I hate that I just did all of this. 1 keyframe in, 0. Animation curve. And I'm not gonna have the same animation curve because I don't even remember what I just did. I forget what this one is. It was like 1. All right, it's looking a little bit better. I'm gonna do the same for the last name, but have it go up. So we'll add this on here. We'll go full size, and we'll go into, I just want to grab this end portion. We're gonna highlight that, highlight job, and we'll go into the rectangle and go like this and go into job and layout and grab that center plus this, but this is going to be wrong. So if we minus it, it should be there. Okay, great. Come in and then switch. And now I can do my animations in here with the follower. Set it to 1, left to right, shading, position. And bring it in and go 0. Did I just do that right? I feel like I didn't. Animation curve. There we go. I was like, why is there a keyframe sitting over here? Alright, custom. No, wait, no, duration, custom. I don't know where this has to be. Something like that. This might be wrong. What does this look like? Oh, that's not horrible. But I do want more easing on there. Yeah, getting around the UI, it's like UI elements that are sluggish. It's very bizarre. Or like updating of them or something. Okay. So I have an interesting curiosity here. I don't know how this would work. So I'm curious if I can get it to... Well, we'll find out here in a second, huh? Okay, it doesn't do anything. Doesn't seem possible, or at least I'm not aware of how to do that. For whenever there's a space, to be able to treat them as individuals and have them on a follower. I don't think, because this is all like a character specific thing. Curious if I do like 3 in here and then we go into position. And then we go like this, and we go animation curve, duration, custom. Okay, that's not moving far enough off screen. That's not really what I want to do. What I feel like would be cooler is if we have this 1 point, and then we take the bottom one and we go like, I want, oops, there we are. What does this look like? Why is that way over there? Crap. How can I de-instance? Yeah, it's not going. Wait, if I just go undo, 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 and then in here, we just, All right, so we'll just, super confused what's going on right now. How is this copying? Yeah, something's going on with the UI that's buggy or laggy or something. Everything else seems perfectly fine. Okay, so how is this getting that motion? That makes no sense to me. What is doing the motion in here? It's just the follower, right? It's just the follower. So why does this one that doesn't have a follower connected to it, why is it also moving? Why is this moving? Confused. I'm not sure. We're just not going to deal with that anymore. Full height. Oops. Oops, animation curve will go into duration and then custom. From here, we'll make this like 0.5 to 0, and then like 1.7 add an animation curve onto there. So we have that, and then so we're 0.5 and 1.7. Come into here, we'll switch this up a little bit, go into duration, custom, wait, what? I don't like how that looks. So take these and scoot them over just ever so slightly. And 0.9 to 2. Grab these, scoot them over. Maybe a little bit more. I want to change that timer just a little bit. Where the heck is it? Follower. Okay. I think that looks a little bit better. Maybe two. What does this, the middle ground look like? Maybe that's the go-to there. Something of that nature. Oh. Come on, let's get into Fusion. Okay, so let's remove all of this stuff and go first, last name, remove the followers. And let's have it align left. Was that bottom one? Is that the job thing? Yeah. We'll have that stay over here and maybe get bigger. Oh, that's a little too big. Maybe 4. That might look a little bit better. And company, we're going to remove follower. Make this 4 as well. And we're going to go over and down. So maybe up here. All right. And then in here, we'll scoot these in just ever so slightly, but let's, and then for the line, we can use all of this same stuff, but we can just flip it 90 degrees so we don't have to remake anything. And we'll put it right in the middle, and then I can change the its naming at a later point in time, but that's not a big thing. Whatever. All right, so maybe we do that. So this is 5, 5, so it'd be 4, 5, 4, 4, 9, 5. 4, 9, 5, I believe. Yeah. 4, 9, 5. All right, so now we have the company name, job title, and we'll just have them both feed into that, right? So we'll take first name, last name in one, job title and company in the other. We'll remove this, we don't need this. And then we just have to fit, and we're going to make this, I don't know what this thing is following, but we're going to remove that. We're going to go width to half but full height, and then this is going to be 7.5. Oh geez, come on. 7.5, and then the other one, actually, you know what, I don't even need two. I just take one and then just do the opposite in here. So for these two, we will turn off, because I should have connected the other way, but it's fine. And then we'll go like this for them, all going masked into one. All right. Is there anything else that I can do here? Just animations now, right? What is this animation here? Okay. And that. All right, so now let's just slide them over. Just a simple, super simple slide. Do I do the outline thing though? Like that we were doing. Do we do the outline thing or just keep it clean? Maybe just keep it clean. And here we go into here. This is going to be the first name. Oh, we need to make our paths first. So I'll make a path here, come in, and then we'll scoot this over. How big is this path that makes? Why is that crap so, whoa. -1. I don't really, what is the correlation between this line? Because that line's moving so much more than that word is moving. I don't know what the correlation is here. So we'll just go -5. Alright, so now that we have that, we can come into the displacement, add an animation curve on here, duration, and custom. And we will change this to 151. Add, don't want the bottom one, just the top one. We can add a little bit in, and we will go to fit. And we're going the wrong way. Why are we going the wrong way? What? Why is that going the wrong way? It's very freaking bizarre. Okay, so we just need to offset it just a little bit. So this is 15, so we'll do just a small offset for the other one to come in. Duration, custom. All right, that's looking all right. Make colored texts. If the end user wanted to color it, they could definitely do it by just taking the controls and changing the color. But I'm just more so interested in the actual animations themselves. I think this has to go in more than just that, so. That's weird that the J goes past this a little bit. I think it's just this font. All right, and then the other two. Guess I don't really have a good animation here for this line. Maybe make the line a little thicker. And a little taller. Okay. Let's add the animation here. So doing the same exact thing that we've been doing, just offset, or let's create our path first. Just 2 points, path, just come back to the first one and then scoot this over. And I accidentally grabbed the wrong one. That's fine. And we'll just double click there to reset that, so then we can add a different modifier in, duration, go into custom. And then from here, I'm just gonna do like 150 and have this like 241, and then add on a little easing. All right, and then the same for this this element as well, making that coming in here, double clicking disconnects the previous thing that we had. Then we go into duration, custom, and I forget what we had these at. It's like 1.5 and then like 1.7 or something like that. So I'll do like 1.6. That seems like that's not right. Come on. 2.4. Oh, I was off quite a bit. We'll make this 2. And then F for easing and bring up the ease control. And how are we looking now? Over and over. Okay, that is coming in way too fast. So we will take this and we'll scoot that back a little bit. Take this and scoot this up just ever so slightly. All right, that's looking a bit better. Now we just have to do the animations off as well. And I will have everything kind of go off at the same time. I don't think the past titles that I was just making today, I added the animations off, so I'll have to go back and do that. But we will just go to 8.5 and have a point there, and then this one we'll just do quad 9, 0. And that is all we're gonna do. What did we start at? Jeez, my brain, it's going to mush. 8.5. 8.5. Quad 9, 0. 8.5. All right. Take a look and see how everything goes away now. Okay, and then towards the end, we'll do like 8.75. Wait, come on, 8.75, and then have this to like 8 or 9.90. Whoa, this is like moving. Why is that moving? Oh. Why isn't it at 1? Why isn't this at 1? Okay. All right, now it's not moving. Doesn't it still look like it's moving? Why is that still moving? I'm so confused. Is it because I have it everything backwards? What is going on? How is this moving values? Okay, now they're not. Just had to make them linear. Bizarre. All right, that's looking good enough for me. All right, I am going to get out of here. Thanks for hanging out with me a little bit this morning. Yeah. I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks again. I'll see you guys later. Not too sure when I'll stream again. I've been playing around with the idea of streaming here versus Twitch. Don't really know which is like the better one to go to, but with that being said, I am out of here. Thanks again for hanging out with me. Peace, guys.